Go, 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 go. Come down, give him a hand. And in that time, I couldn't locate him. So I'm picturing that they're going to be in a cave, dead.
Harries can't see the divers who have disappeared in the whitewater.
I won't be able to get into the boat ramp to try and assist them if they are alive. And on this particular day, I was out in the big waves and I look across at the rock shelf and I noticed 2 scuba divers.
Conditions are deadly enough for swimmers, but divers, strapped with tanks and equipment, are destined for disaster.
I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I knew I had to do something. I was screaming at it. Get off, climb up the rock. Quick, 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 quick. Go, 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 go.
In front of Harries, the 2 divers are hit by a giant wave.
And threw them so hard into the back of the rock face that I heard the scuba diving tanks go ping.
Harries can't see the divers who have disappeared in the whitewater. Without a radio, he is unable to communicate the emergency back to the tower.
I was screaming up at the rocky shelf above, call the lifeguards, call the police. I knew if we got a 000 call that it'd get back to the lifeguards too.
Hello? Something's happened on the rocks. Harry's has called someone to get the lifeguards down there.
North Bondi?
Yeah, North Bondi on the rocks.
Harry's just phoned us someone on the rocks. We had no idea what was going on. We didn't know if it was in the water, if it was on the land, if it was a resus, if someone had been rescued. We just had no idea what was going on.
So Harry's now, I can't see anything. Okay, was he hurt or was it sort of someone else, do you think? Hang on.
There were just phones ringing everywhere. The police, ambos, Surfcom, everything's going on.
Okay, just stay on the phone for me if that's all right.
For all this to be happening, this has got to be proper.
Harries spots the divers being washed over rocks.
Go, 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 go. Come down, give them a hand. The ocean owned them. There's nothing they could do.
As the massive wave recedes, there's no sign of the 2 scuba divers.
I knew I had to get into the boat ramp myself. And in that time, I couldn't locate them. So I'm picturing that they're going to be in a cave, dead. I couldn't get any closer to the rock shelf to scream at them. If I lose my board here, I won't be able to get into the boat ramp to try and assist them if they are alive.
Members of the public relay the emergency to the tower, but information is patchy.
We don't really know like the intricacies of it at the moment. I've got a young girl on the phone to me and she said that Harry's has yelled for help.
Before I knew it, there was emergency services, everybody was turning up. Yeah, it was on.
Harries is the only lifeguard who knows the last location of the 2 divers.
Someone took me behind. We could see a rescue board tucked up against the boat ramp. That's when I got in the buggy, got the defib in there, and I drove along the road and around the houses.
Harrison heads to another access point.
I saw 2 guys sitting there in wetsuits and dive tanks and 2 cops just interviewing them.
After trying their luck entering the surf on one of the biggest days of the season, the 2 divers are lucky to be alive.
What are you doing scuba diving today?
Just checking it out, man.
My eyes were just going from them to the 10-foot surf and rocks, back to them, then back to the 10-foot surf and rocks, and my brain just couldn't piece it together what I was actually seeing.
A big set comes in, knocks Colin over, and the lifeguard is like, get out, get out, get out. And then we start turning around, another wave comes, knocks me over, and then by then we're pretty much just like face planting against the rock.
Harries finally makes it ashore.
You know, I had this immense amount of frustration and anger in me, thinking how could they have done this to themselves? And then there was the sign of relief that, you know, they are alive and they're out of harm's way. That's 20 years working down here, and I've never seen that. There's like the situation you 2 are in. I've lost my voice from screaming. And I seen that 10-foot wave hit you guys. It's just like a pinball, whew, across the rocks. And I know how easy it is to lose a life, and that's as close as you're going to get.
The incident has cost emergency services thousands of dollars.
I can't even begin to comprehend what they were thinking, let alone if those guys got in the water, they wouldn't have come out alive.
There's so much water moving, you wouldn't even be able to see your hand in front of your face, let alone being able to see Dory or Nemo or... What's Nemo's... Bruce.
Lockie provides swimmers with their final warning.
Hey guys, hello. All those swimmers, how'd you get out of the water? Conditions are getting a lot worse. We didn't want anyone swimming. How'd you get? Come on, come back tomorrow.
Then a report comes in.
That friend just went out for it's really far out of her. I don't think she's dangerous. She's all the way out there and she's swimming.
Yeah, man, sorry, is there a swimmer out the back? It's a girl, and I don't think she can do it. Yeah, copy, thank you, I'll go get her. You might have to go.
The woman is over 100 metres from shore. Unable to get a visual on her, Lockie's hope is that he will somehow find her out the back, still afloat.
The way the wind was, the southerly hit, you know, you couldn't really see her at all. She was out past the break. The wind was so strong, it makes it really hard with the big board. It like sails, it just catches it. Yeah, she wasn't in a good spot. When I was out there, she was hanging on to someone else's board. She's fully gassed when I get to her. She's actually quite white. You know, that's when your panic sets in.
Exhausted from the rough conditions, the woman can barely hold on.
And she's so weak, she slips off.
Where the did she just go?
That's just the worst thing ever. Where's she gone? Like, I've lost her here.
The woman makes a final attempt to stay alive.
All right, well done. We got her back to the beach. It was past 7 o'clock. It was time for us to go home. I had to get everyone out of the water, so I paddled back out. Hey, everyone out! Get out! Out of the water! By the time I came back in, I couldn't actually see her. I think one of the boys said she walked off to her friends. Generally, that means they're all right.
Further up the beach and reunited with her friend, Martina is far from okay. Water on the lungs can cause secondary drowning, even hours after the actual event. After 15 minutes on dry land, Martina shows no signs of improvement.
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm one of the lifeguards.
This particular day, I was the buggy driver for the crew. Right on pack up, I noticed a surfer that was in trouble. She was starting to shiver and get cold.
Have you been drinking? Only 4 beers. Okay, so it's not a lot. Okay, but I went for a swim like right after I surfed, you know? Yeah, yeah. And I couldn't get in. Yeah, yeah, it's pretty dangerous. Yeah, I was so scared. Yeah.
She'd been running, surfing, swimming and walking all day and then downed 4 beers and went and jumped in the ocean right on the southerly change. It was kind of a cocktail for a small disaster.
Do you feel dizzy? Are you seeing
I'm just tired, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. And have you drunk much water today? No. Okay, so you're probably dehydrated and you're going into shock. Now you just got to make sure you don't get cold.
Exposure is also a risk.
There was nothing of her, so if she continued to stay in this weather, she was going to turn hypothermic.
I just want
I made a call to 000. I've got a young girl in her early 20s. I'd say she's got early hypothermia. Now I think she's just worked herself up into a state of like hysteria. All right, they're coming, lights and sirens.
Hypothermia arises when a person loses heat faster than their body can produce it.
It's incredibly dangerous and it can be fatal if it's left untreated.
Police arrive, with paramedics close behind.
Police did arrive first. They thought maybe it was like the rescue retrieval or something going on.
Martina, yeah. You awake? Yeah. Did you swim, did you? Yeah. Did you fly any water?
I'm not sure.
Okay. A little bit anxious at the moment?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just need to try and control it.
An intensive care paramedic quickly establishes what the problem is.
35.9, okay? So your temperature inside your body, a little bit cold, all right?
Normal body temperature is around 37 degrees.
I'm too hot.
No, it's what happens when inside gets a little bit cold. You think you're hot, okay?
Martina is moved off the cold floor.
Come in. Get up. Open eyes. Bang it in. I'm going to sit over. That's much better. All right?
Paramedics recommend Martina should go to hospital, but when she refuses, they settle on a final checkup in the ambulance.
Walk up to the car. That should wake you up a little bit, hopefully. Yeah.
So it's really important whenever people swim to know their ability, and if you're not a good swimmer, just make sure there's someone there, like a lifeguard or a lifesaver, to look after you.
Everyone just come back in the shore. We've got a lot of water moving right now. I need everyone out of the water.
Swimmers are evacuated from the surge, which is pulling them out of the flags and into the heart of the main rip. Not everyone escapes in time.
There's two like at the back.
Just trot down there, Tommy, and just pick off random ones.
To be honest, I didn't know who needed rescuing. We just knew that there was 15 people in the rip all of a sudden and we had to get there.
Tommy quickly picks off two swimmers, but the number of people being swept out continues to grow.
I think you're going to have to go in two. Tommy's got 3 of them on his board and he's going backwards.
He just needs to hold on and just kick towards the rocks. As soon as I seen Tommy, I was straight in there.
Backup is coming, but the people in trouble outnumber the 2 lifeguards in the water.
I was thinking, if a wave breaks in our head, how am I going to keep a hold of everyone?
New recruit Boo uses the intense rip to his advantage.
How quick he's going. That rip was pulling as hard as any rip I've ever seen.
3 swimmers are directed towards the waves and make it in, leaving 3 people for Tommy and Boo to rescue.
We'll be all right. I'm more worried about Tommy.
Once I saw Tommy struggling in that rip, after our conversation in the buggy, I just knew he was going up the rocks straight away. The risk when you take a patient up the rocks, there's a few things going on. Like if you stuff it up and nosedive the board into the rocks, you're just going to skittle the patient all over the rocks.
Boo supervises as Tommy makes his first attempt at the rocks.
I had no idea what was going to happen.
The drop must be timed between waves.
Go.
A successful unload, and Tommy has a vacancy on his board. Boo quickly turns to his big wave experience.
I feel comfortable when the waves are a little bit bigger, so yeah, my instincts were just to crack a wave all the way in.
Who just caught that wave? Was the person? Oh, was that Bruce that pulled that way? Yeah, Bruce, sweet. Even Bruce in.
No, I feel good to show the other boys down here what I'm capable of and can handle myself in decent-sized surf.
Meanwhile, Tommy is fighting to stay away from the impact zone.
Tommy's on the rocks, I'm just going to go help him.
Yeah, copy, Mouse. That just shit's hot at me. Mouse is out there.
Is that Mouse on the rock?
Yeah.
I'm pretty used to that rock area, but there was a lot of water moving. It's a pretty dangerous exercise.
Oh, God.
We were pretty lucky. We had a little roll around on the rocks. Neither of us got too badly cut up. She got up. She was pretty shaken up. She was rattled.
Now free of patience, a ride back in is not so daunting. A mass rescue in these conditions is a major milestone for the trainee.
Straight up the rocks, big man.
Straight up the rocks. Being trainee, you know, you got to prove yourself. The swell's big. You semi want to do rescues just to show the boys you got what it takes.
It's just gotten worse. It's getting worse. Once we had a mass rescue go down, that was the final straw. Like after that point, it was time to close the beach.
Yeah, just attention, guys. We're going to pull the flags down. Steaming the beach too dangerous at the moment to swim. Just want to have a swim. You're free to go up to the pool here. There's 2 pools. Conditions are ultra dangerous this afternoon. Beach is closed.
5 p.m. and the beach is closed, meaning swimming is no longer permitted.
That guy kind of off the back of the bank.
Reedy relies on the vantage point of lifeguards in the tower.
Kind of doing double leg kick.
Yeah.
Clint Kimmins has 7 years lifeguarding experience on the Gold Coast, but is in his first season at Australia's busiest beach.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's panicking. He's definitely no good.
Trainee Berkey is also at the South End. He's on a rostered day off, but working as a buggy driver for the Bondi Rescue film crew.
And even on my day off, I was still watching the water. I knew something was going to go on down here.
It's just starting to open up now. That tide's really starting to drop.
Suddenly, 5 more swimmers lose their footing on the sandbank.
There's a few others out there now. I'm going to go in.
Just one. Copy, mate. We'll keep eyes on you. 5 or 6 more people just lost their feet and started to panic.
Oi! Oi! Go in! Go in!
There are now 6 swimmers in trouble and only 1 lifeguard.
Yeah.
Saw him go in, I was like, oh, this is on. I started thinking I might have to go in here.
Yeah, central to Jethro.
Backup is 800 metres away at the north end.
Mate, there's a few more heads down there. It might even be worth just heading down that way, mate.
Usually the horn's really useful to clear a path, but on this day the horn wasn't working.
I was looking at other people in trouble thinking, geez, we need a few more lifeguards out here. Hey, buddy! Oi! 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 Swim to me! Swim to me!
A man further in struggles to stay afloat. Trainee lifeguard Berkey is off duty and faced with a decision.
Mate, that guy was properly drowning. I knew I had to go.
But has the new recruit left his run too late? Loaded with 4 people, Reedy can't reach the worst swimmer.
Hey, buddy! Oi! 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 Swim to me! Swim to me!
Mate, that guy was drowning.
As the rip intensifies, yet more swimmers are sucked out.
Yeah, central to North Rhino. There's about 5 heads now, so worth going in when you get there.
You've got to get on the board. Lay off your stomach. Stomach. No.
Copy. Don't go ahead.
3 arms out of the water.
Jethro finally arrives with first-year Bondi lifeguard Jack. Reedy, Berkey and a volunteer lifesaver manage 5 patients. 2 more swimmers cling to a small bodyboard.
Here's that, and I want to leave the buggy, but let me know.
Jack heads for the two swimmers who are waving, when Jules identifies yet another person in trouble.
There's a chick close to shore who's like practically drowning.
You can't ignore when people are in distress.
PA Jack and tell him to turn around and go for the chick into his right. She's the priority.
There's now only one lifeguard left on the entire beach.
By the time I grabbed the megaphone, Jack had gone past it. I just had to get in there.
Jethro's going in.
People drown in a minute. You think they're sweet and they just sink, so you can't really leave that up to chance.
Escalated quickly.
Bruno Chent is visiting from Hong Kong with his family.
We've been looking for you in the wrong spot the whole time.
I am on the pedal. I try to swim as hard as I can. My kids are also here, so I'm really happy.
Is my dad seeing? Glad you're okay.
This is my 5th summer on the beach. You know, it's time for me to really step up. We've got a lot of new, inexperienced lifeguards, and you know, that puts me in a position to be someone to look up to.
No more swimming in the south corner.
Just a guy starting to freak out. He's off his board and he's sort of stuck in a rip.
So the call came in from Corey that there was someone struggling behind the reef, pretty close to the rocks out near the pool. When it's big like that, the first one breaks, you can't see anything past that bit of whitewash. You punch over that, you don't know what's behind it. It's pretty freaky sometimes, you know, you don't know what's next.
As Yatesy battles toward the man, he picks up an unexpected passenger.
I was looking down at this fish and looking at this guy, and yeah, it was all very surreal at that stage.
Oi, you're gonna have to go on the rocks, man. It's okay.
If you'd never been there before, you'd be freaking out because there's like a concrete wall there, which is a pool. I guess the dangers are getting swept up against that seawall.
The man clings to the surfboard for his life, but Yatesy doesn't want the board smashing into them during the rescue.
Oi, take your leg rope off. Take your leg rope off.
There's a couple of things that could happen if a guy doesn't take off his leg rope. His board can act like an anchor, sort of like a drag, or worse, it can come back and act like a spear.
Rip that leg rope off.
He's like, no. And he says, it's not my board.
Paddling back to the beach against the rip is impossible. So is breaking through the waves. Yatesy is left with one option.
Oh, this would be a doozy, mate.
Timing a perfect landing on the rocks is extremely tricky and very dangerous.
Nailed it. That was sick.
Yes, mate.
That was outstanding.
The man is a tourist from Italy.
This is the first time we did kind of waves for me. So it will be the last time.
Chapo, Sam and myself are all in the tower observing a spot that's not bad but could be bad.
Veteran lifeguard Chapo is joined by first-year lifeguard Sam.
We just jumped straight in the buggy and went.
That's an absolute survival stroke at its finest. They were panicking, trying to get in, unable to get in. That's just like fighting.
We're in for sure. Go for the right-hand side. I'll go to left-hand side, okay? Where's the board?
With only one board on the buggy, Chapo must drop Sam off.
You go first, I'll go get a board.
Then go for another board.
Oh, wait, hold.
But then the women seem to be making progress.
They're kind of floating. I'm in the tower with binoculars with a zoom-in view of them just kind of cruising and floating in this rip.
Come on, girls. Big swimming.
next second panic, and you know, panic can go to all sorts of bad places.
She might not be all right, eh? Definitely go for a paddle.
Chapo said grab the one on the right.
Yeah, Sam's going in. I'm just going to get another board.
Yeah, I'll keep my eye on them.
A surfer sees the trouble unfolding.
A surfer came along and floated one of the girls, so I thought, oh, thank goodness she's out of trouble. Sam can get the other girl now. Yeah, that one girl's horrific. And Sam paddled past the girl in dire straits and went for the girl that was already being floated by the surfer. What are you doing? Yeah, Chapo, can you go?
But Chapo is still 100 metres up the beach.
The other girl was literally drowning.
Even though she was being held up by a surfer, she was unresponsive.
All right, if we're going to get our legs, on the floor, we're going to find out first.
She's taken on a lot of water, and yeah, I wasn't getting much response at all.
100 metres up the beach, Chapo has collected a second rescue board.
Sam's grabbed one girl, but quickly go.
Yeah, I'm on my way. I've got a good visual on her. I know she's struggling. Just hold up.
I was 100% confident that I made the right choice.
I'll get there.
Especially when you've got someone as capable as Chapo backing you up.
Copy. Mate.
The woman must hang on for just a few seconds more.
Hold on, sweetie, hold on.
Friends from Western Sydney, Claudia and Alicia, are now with lifeguards. But their condition is poor.
Okay, we're going to have to break this way.
Lots of waves coming. She was not really moving at all. I just wanted to kind of keep her close and just keep telling her it's going to be okay. She was in and out of consciousness and she was pretty limp.
Is she all right?
Alicia is too weak to walk to the buggy for assessment.
She had taken in a lot of water, so sort of the next 5 to 10 minutes were just pretty critical.
Okay, sweetie. What we're going to do is we're going to give you some oxygen.
Put the oxygen mask on her and just try and keep her calm.
Yeah,
good girl.
That's it. Just take your time.
This woman's day could have been very different.
Seem like you've come around all right.
I don't think an ambulance is necessary.
No, I don't think so either.
It was worry because I knew that I couldn't keep it up for much longer. I was a very strong swimmer. I was definitely worried for her. I was like, oh my God, help her. I was just like help. My head hurts a lot, but happy to be safe on solid ground.
Yeah, just the lady at the back. If you're having trouble getting in, just put your arm up.
I was on the megaphone within 20 seconds of them jumping in the water, and by then it was already time to go in.
Rhino, the Central. I'm in for a paddle for a chick up here. Yeah, mate, we were watching. Hutch is going to come down, just back you up.
I might need to go and give him a hand.
Yeah, go, baby. Going backwards.
These two swimmers are relatively close to shore for now.
Jump on this water.
But this rip is charging out to sea at around 3 metres per second.
He's got two. He's got maybe like 30 seconds before he's on that bank and in the rosin.
When Harrison arrives, he can smell something isn't quite right.
As soon as I got to the patient, straight away, I got a strong whiff of alcohol. When you're drunk, your decision-making, your coordination, and really important for us, your balance is all gone. And so on a rescue board of 2 people, it can be really tough.
Unable to paddle against the rip, Harrison and Tommy must move into the impact zone.
Oh, you just got smart. I had told her to hold on, and I looked back and there was a solid wave about to break on us.
Tommy must secure the girl before the next wave hits. If he's learned anything in his big wave training, Now's the time to show it.
And the next wave comes and absolutely smokes us. Tommy's lost his board. Oh no. Tommy's lost his board.
Straight away, I realised that Tommy was out the back with his patient and no rescue board.
With no flotation device and an intoxicated patient, Tommy is in danger himself.
Oh, hectic.
Harrison must help the young trainee, so he directs his passenger towards a keyhole in the rocks.
Mate, hurry, swim up the rocks. Huh? Swim up the rocks.
I knew I had to get to Tommy really quickly.
That's as vulnerable as you get, copping 6-foot waves in the head with no rescue gear.
Hold on.
Hectic.
Now, more than 300 metres from shore, Tommy and his patient are helped by a surfer.
The locals up there are good. They come down and gave us a hand.
The woman and her friends are from Sweden.
They ignored the dangerous current signs and they went swimming while intoxicated, so they're not the smartest bunch, I don't think.
I'm really sorry. Yeah.
Alcohol and the ocean are a dangerous cocktail. Add big waves and it becomes lethal.
And I said, guys, don't swim this corner ever again. Swim up between the flags and don't you dare come down when you're intoxicated.
Harrison was downstairs and I don't know how, but he's just spotted these two people down south.
Are there two heads, with it? Are there two heads off that back and that rip in that corner?
Yeah, you guys better go down.
Yeah, I got it. You drive. I've got it, you drive.
The distance from the tower to the south corner is 500 metres.
Yeah, whip it to the boys in the Rhino. You're gonna just go. Definitely one, probably might as well both go. There's 3 of them out there.
Yeah, copy, mate. How's it going?
The swimmers have drifted 200 metres offshore. Harrison and Ryan dig deep for the paddle.
It was a really long paddle out and I kept on looking up and I felt like I wasn't even halfway yet. I had to put my head down, just keep paddling.
You're flying down there, you know, they're seeing all these different people drowning and you've got to make a decision, who do I need to go to first? And it does get the heart rate up. It just seems like people just pick when we're leaving. Oh, okay, lifeguards are leaving now. Now's a good time to drown. Yeah, it is a little bit frustrating, but I mean, we're lifeguards. We're not going to let someone drown, even if we are off the clock. You're sweet. If I put him on the board, you're sweet. I got this patient. I did offer him the lift, and I said, "Oh, you know, we'll get a wave." You want to jump on and get a wave? Oh yeah, man. He was like, "Yeah, like let's get a wave," and he was pumped, and so he got more than he bargained for, I think.
As they move into the impact zone, Harrison and Ryan must avoid getting hit by a looming set.
A little bit of experience came into play on the way back in and Harrison nailed it like a seasoned veteran and Ryan got smashed like a rookie.
Yep. No. He's in the barrel.
In front of all the guys, you want to impress them and all that, and definitely one of the things not to do is nose dive with a patient, that's for sure.
It's all good. Just keep going that way, towards that way.
With the only available buggy at South Bondi, Whippet spots more people in trouble at the middle of the beach.
I looked down and spotted another group of about 5 people in the other rip. Yeah, 2 more on this other rip.
Without backup, lifeguards will be outnumbered.
Harrison and Ryan were trying to get them on the radio, and in the end it was just up to me and Jess.
Almost all of the rescue equipment is packed away. so lifeguards must improvise.
We just had to run downstairs, take some boards off the racks and pin it. Go, box!
So I got back to shore, I heard radio chat going non-stop.
Ryan, get on the back!
And I just knew, I said, Ryan, just screamed, Ryan, get on the buggy, let's just go. We've got to go backpackers.
Stop here. Go on, I want you to come with me. I want you to come with me. All right.
After doing a massive paddle in the south corner, then having to go full speed out for this group, I just gave up. Put my head on the board, I was like, oh, no more. Please, no more swimming, come back tomorrow.
This has just been one heck of a finish to an afternoon. We would have had guaranteed multiple deaths right now. If we'd gone like when we were supposed to have left, they were gone. So, yeah, I think the boys have really earned their keep today, and I think we're all pretty exhausted, so time for a nice cold beer in the shower, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm proud of the boys. They're back and forward, trying to pack all the gear up and in between doing rescues, so it's a part of the job, and it's something they've learned to do, and they do it very well.
So just when we think we're all done and dusted, the boys have rescued 2, we've just rescued another 5. We're that close to a beer in the shower. Jesse's on again.
I seen a guy like 300 metres further out, and like, obviously I can back myself, but I just, you know, I know how fit Ryan is. I was like, brother, you're coming with me, mate, let's go.
In the fading light, Jesse struggles for a visual.
Well, yeah, both paddled out and he was so far out, and actually it was the same bloke I'd rescued about 15 minutes earlier that wanted to get a wave.
The man got dumped by Ryan earlier. Now on board with Jesse, he gets a second chance at catching a wave at Bondi.
You got to stand up, and absolutely stoked about it, and yeah, obviously he can go home from Bondi with a smile on his face.
When someone's standing on the front of your board, it's good for the boys to have a laugh at.
10 after-hours rescues in less than 10 minutes. Lifeguards finally get to call it a day.
See you guys. See you.